Simple machines are often used to solve many different problems. In this case, I'm going to be using a pulley system in order for it to make it easier to lift things up to the treehouse. Pulleys are simple machines consisting of one or more wheels and then a rope which you loop over these wheels in order to make it easier to lift things. In this case, I used 2 pulleys because the more pulleys you have, the less force you need to lift the object. First, I started by attaching the bucket onto the first pulley. Then I took one of the ends of the rope and tied it at the top of the treehouse. I then added the second pulley, this one being secured at the top by using some screws. And lastly, the other end of the rope was left for me to pull. The first thing I had to do was weight the object, which was 2 kilograms, and turn it into newtons, which ended up being 19.6. Then I had to get the force I used when pulling the object, and I measured this with a scale which was 0.97 kilograms, and this was 9.6 newtons. For getting the mechanical advantage, we had to see how many rope sections we had. In this case, we had 2, and for the final force, which was me pulling it, we had to divide the weight by 2, which is the mechanical advantage, and this was 19.6 divided by 2, which gave us 9.8 newtons. After this, I weighted how much I was pulling with a scale, and I got 0.97 kilograms. I then multiplied it by the acceleration of gravity, which is 9.8, and I got a force of 9.5 newtons. When comparing it to our calculations from before, we can see it wasn't exactly the same, but it was pretty accurate, proving our calculations as correct. Talking about the usefulness of our pulley system, I think it was pretty useful since we were actually solving a problem, and it's going to be preventing us from doing a lot of work in the future.